Finance Committee to order. We've got 3 corporate reports. First corporate report is F043. If I could have someone move.
Move the recommendation.
Second. I've got a number of comments that I'd like to make on this report, and I really wanted to congratulate Cam, our manager on the internal audit program, but certainly I really wanted to just give some context to this particular report. In relation to what I'm hearing in the community, I'm concerned about the impression in the community around some of the political discussions around forensic audits. Typically, forensic audits entail investigations when suspected malicious behavior is evident and actions or evidence is needed to be used for civil or criminal trials. In that context, in terms of what we do here in the City of Surrey, we've got qualified designated professionals on staff, and I'm very proud of the designations that we have on staff and experience. We have won awards of transparency by third parties. The C.D. Howe Institute has given us an A rating. The Canadian Award for Financial Reporting for 17 years in a row for excellence in government accounting and financial reporting. This award was presented by the Government Finance Officers Associations of the United States and Canada to organizations who demonstrate disclosure in their annual reporting. Certainly, that's not the extent of it. You know, we do have KPMG who comes in, who's our external auditors. We have been working also with the Auditor General for local government, and those particular audits really have emphasis on value for money audits. And currently, they're working with our RCMP on our management contracts to determine what kind of efficiencies and effectiveness those have. And not but the least, we have our internal audit division, which we kind of reestablished in 2009. And there's been a number of issues that this particular audit division takes care of. And we can have people who have complaints about code of conduct. We can have people who have issues with whistleblower policy. But certainly the emphasis on this particular program is to liaise with the KPMG and looking at kind of some of our year-end processes and some of the concerns that may come out of the audit. Certainly doing performance audits, procurements in terms of large capital projects, looking at compliance audits, and specifically as it relates to our bylaws. But again, you know, there's also efficiency audits that you can have. And given that we have the lowest property taxes in the region, second lowest business taxes, we have the lowest spending per capita, the City of Surrey has very lean and efficient staffing models compared to any other municipalities. We do more for less, simply. And really the process here and what the intent of this report is really just to demonstrate, you know, the cost effectiveness is the way we deliver our program in Surrey. So on behalf of myself as Chair of Finance and Audit Committee, I'm really pleased at the processes that we've engaged over the last number of years, and I think we've done a phenomenal job. So thank you very much to staff.
Great. Thank you very much.
Any other questions, comments from anybody?
No.
Seeing none, I will call the question. All in favor? Against? Carried. Corporate report F044. Yes. Can I just get you to put it on the table so you can move it and get someone to second it?
I was going to move that maybe we send this back to staff for
I'll second that.
Okay.
I was approached by this group, and they are providing support to all Canadians of African origins infected by HIV and AIDS. They need extra education for youth regarding HIV and AIDS, education for women who are HIV positive, and some audiovisual equipment, including a projector. So this is what the funding was for. But I would like to move that we send this back so to give my colleagues an extra chance to review this request further.
Councillor Villeneuve.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Councillor Martin, and I think that I'd like to have the grant application reviewed in the fact that if they have a project or a program that we can support and they have matching funding or some way to make that program sustainable over or at least a short amount of time, I think what's important is there's many groups in the city that, and I know through our housing society too, that are looking for operating grants, and really the city can't get into that business, and HIV is also a task of Fraser Health, and it should be coming through their education programs. But if there's something through equipment or a new program that can kickstart and help them get off the ground and possibly secure matching funds, I think that would be good, and I think we should relook at it going through the grant policy rather than the Council Initiative Fund, because the Council Initiative Fund needs to have some parameters that I think are important for Council to be able to evaluate proposals.
Okay, I'll call the question on the referral. All in favour? Against? Carried. So F045, the Community Enhancement Partnership Program.
Move the recommendation.
Do I have a seconder?
Second.
I'll call the question. All in favor? Against? Carried. If I could have someone move for adjournment, please.
Move adjournment.
Seconder.
Second.
Call the question. All in favor? Against? Carried. Thank you.